The Reserve Bank of India is all set to announce its Monetary Policy Committee decisions on key interest rates in the economy on Friday, October 6th. Some experts contend the RBI may change its stance to neutral this time. But what is this stance? With a neutral stance, the central bank signals that it places an equal priority on inflation as well as growth. The MPC can go for either rate hikes or rate cuts to suit the needs. The decision is dependent upon incoming macroeconomic data. Inflation in India has continued to cool down since March this year. In March, it fell below the upper limit of 6%. In April, it cooled down to below 5%. In May, the retail inflation fell to 4.31%, although the inflation in July and August was outside RBI's upper tolerance limit of 6%. Experts have said that RBI must change its stance to neutral. So far, however, MPC has decided to go for the withdrawal of accommodation. There are several other stances of the MPC. Let's go through them one by one. What is the accommodative stance? If the central bank decides to keep the stance as accommodative, it is prepared to increase the money supply to boost growth and reduce unemployment in the economy. The central bank usually cuts the key interest rates to increase the money supply. This stance is usually taken during and after a crisis to support the economy. In the 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic between 2020 and 2022, the RBI kept an accommodative stance. Moreover, an accommodative stance is taken when inflation is not the immediate concern in the economy. Low interest rates encourage businesses and investors to take risks and invest more. This policy is withdrawn when inflation comes into focus and starts hurting the consumption in the economy. Last year, the RBI started hiking the repo rate in May after inflation soared past its upper tolerance limit of 6% in March. Currently, RBI MPC has maintained its stance. What is a hawkish stance? Another type of stance is when the MPC decides to be hawkish. Under this, the main aim of the central bank is to control inflation. If the rate setting committee goes for this stance, they are willing to hike interest rates to curb the high prices, even if it hurts the growth rates. Under the hawkish stance, the central bank tightens the monetary policy. Generally, this is done when inflation is too high and needs to be brought down quickly. What is calibrated tightening? The central banks have widely used the term calibrated tightening in their monetary policy announcements, especially since the start of 2022. Under this stance, a rate cut is off the table and the rate hikes take place in a calculated manner. The central bank may not go for a rate hike in every policy announcement, but its stance remains titled towards a rate hike. In this case, rate hikes can occur even outside the usual policy meetings if the situation warrants. Generally, this stance is taken when inflation is high but not too high, and the central bank does not want to hurt the economy's growth rate.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that lets success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.